So this is your reminder to get aboard hydration station and go grab a glass of water. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat, and this is the place where I talk all about cross stitch and my life. This is a kind of a general life vlog. Today we are out on the balcony and I have a pile of stuff to talk about, but it's not very exciting. This, in my hoops, is Amazing Animal Kingdom, just as you saw it 2 weeks ago in my last vlog. I am working in the top shelf and I'm aiming to get to the top of this 20 stitch wide column before I switch off. However, hang on, there's a lot of fabric involved with the Amazing Animal Kingdom. This is the supersized max colour Amazing Animal Kingdom. I'm stitching it on 32 count, 1/1 tent, which is half cross stitch. I nearly said in the colourway purple. As charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So supersized max colours means it's 999 stitches wide by roughly the same tall, and max colours just means that she didn't put like a max. I think 256 might be the max, so that might be the number of colours that it's using. It's super fun. I'm stitching this with my friend, very close friend, Linda, over at Linda's 144 Hobbies, and she just came back to Flosstube, so go give her long and much awaited video a watch. She goes through all of her whips that she's planning on working on this year, which is a lot of full coverage. So if you like the Amazing Animal Kingdom, which is one of the whips that she shows, then you'll love that video. So what's this pile, Kat? Well, if you watched my last video, you will know that next week or next month, for the whole month of August, I will be focusing on one whip, and it is African Lions by Dimensions. It is a whip that I really enjoy stitching and I want to finish by the end of the year, and I stole the idea from Calico over at Calico Whimsy, another incredible close friend and amazing person. She does very similar vlogs to me. You've definitely heard of her because I don't shut up about Calico. She's so fantastic, but if you haven't watched one of her videos, please go and do so. Alright, so one of the things that Calico is known for is stitching these cute little mill hills. And I'm hosting a summer stitch along, hashtag summer at Mill Hill. So I thought I might stitch this. It is a little Scotty dog in the snow, and it's called Scotty, and he's got a little tartan jacket on, and I really want to stitch this before I'm locked into my month of only one whip. But I have a couple pieces I want to work on as well, so I thought I'd show you them, sort of like a mini or impromptu whip parade. But I don't know which ones I'm going to work on essentially, so these are my plans. This is Seaside Sampler, also by Mill Hill. This is what it will look like when it's finished. This is how far I am, and I think I could finish this with another week, so if I just dedicated myself to this one, it would be finished. And this is one of my Stitch 9, so another piece I'd like to finish before the end of the year, as is African Lions. As is this piece. This is Seaside Stories. You're seeing a theme, right? By Adriana, who I believe is a Russian designer. I bought this before. And this is my progress so far, so I'm quite far. I have 2 more books on the bottom, an anchor and a lighthouse, so not too bad. Then we have this cute sunflower horse from Frizzylok, which is actually stitched on wood. This is how far I got, not very far at all. And this is a Saga cross-stitch pattern. I mean, it does have the pattern in the kit, but you can download the pattern onto Saga, which is how I'm stitching it, which is just a cross-stitch app. Fantastic cross-stitch app. So I really want to get back to this one as well. I started it for midsummer, and the sun was shining and it was beautiful. It also smells really nice. Then we have Nature's Finery, which is a Dimensions Gold Collection kit on 14 count black Ada. It's super fun to work on this because every single leaf, every single flower feels like a finish, and I really want to get back to it. This is how far I am. This is the top left, or so like the middle. This is the middle, and this is the top left. So, working my way to the top left of the piece. And I really want to get back to this one. It's huge, obviously much huger than you can see here. Much huger, much larger. Forgotten all my English. Woo. And then finally the last piece. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is A Peaceful Stream, also by Dimensions. And it's this gorgeous house at the top of a hill with a river and a bird. And I'm amazed that Christine over at Calico Whimsy hasn't stitched this yet. But this is where I am at. So I have stitched the whole top left of the piece, and I've started on the top right. I love this piece so much. It is a lot of half cross stitches. All of the tree is half cross stitched. Only the house is really full. Yeah, only the house is full. And this is my favorite needle minder. It is a fish. For new people to my channel, I have fish. They are red. They don't look like this. This is a goldfish or a koi. But yeah, I have fish and I love them. And they're my little tiny red sharks and they're adorable. But this one is super calling to me, I think because it's summertime. So yeah, we'll see what I work on. But this one has super soft Aida for a dimensions chart, or a dimensions kit. I didn't wash it, so I don't know I didn't wash it, and it was new when I got it, so, I mean not new unopened. Not new, not secondhand. Anyway, so keep watching as we decide what to stitch on. It might just be Amazing Animal Kingdom, because like I said, I am loving this piece, and I'm about 5 pages behind where I was supposed to be. Part of that is due to mania, and that the plan is to finish 2 pages every season and have it done within 12 years, I think was my original estimate. We'll see. We'll see. But it isn't like too much of an effort. And you start maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It's so cute though. So it rained super hard this morning. It's Tuesday, so I have moved this bumblebee to the cover of this hedge, which I'm hoping will keep him safe from being stood on. I had to pick him up with a leaf. I'm super scared of everything, so it was fun. This is the second bumblebee this week I've tried to save, so that's exciting. And hopefully he can warm up and feel a little bit better when it's sunny. We have to be careful so we don't want to scare him away. But I'm fairly sure that's a woodpecker. I guess someone dredged the river. But I guess there's mussels in our river. So that's pretty interesting. Hello my lovelies, it is Thursday the 28th of July, it's 10:30 p.m. Unfortunately I couldn't go to work today because I was not very well, I was sick. And I've only really managed to sit down and stitch these last 2 hours or so, and taking lots of breaks to hydrate and stuff. I just had a little fever and dizziness. It wasn't anything too serious, but the dizziness was unbelievably distracting and annoying, so I didn't work. But here's my progress from the week. This parrot, which I've now reached, is in a lot of confetti, just a lot of confetti. Like especially the branch that the parrot is perched on. And then of course the white wings, the green leaves around, just a lot of work. So I'm plodding along, doing my best. As you can see, these are when I start or end threads, I do this. And then I just trim them off as I get closer. Or, well, with these ones that aren't tied down, I just trim them off when I remember. But these ones which have a little straight stitch, that means that they're not finished with a loop finish, so they need to be cut off when I get to them. When they get to be annoying. Or when they get to be annoying. So last night I was working on this bird, which you can sort of see 2 orange wings and like an orange head, but not really because it's a mess here. But this is a bird, a parrot, I believe, and I was working on it and I kept making tons of mistakes and it was really annoying, and it's completely all confetti and I just wasn't having a good time. So I've put this away now. I've decided it's not worth losing my Stitchy bug over. I can come back to it at the end of, or the beginning of September. But for now, I'm giving up on this parrot entirely and I'm moving on to other things. So as a consequence of having made so many mistakes, I decided I wanted to work on something where there's only 1 thread of colour. So this is my Pandemic. I'm stitching this with 2 of Mrs. Sada's Silks threads, and this one that you see before you is Darling. This is the main blue-green, I think the yellow and orange might be called sunburst or starburst, but I'd have to look it up. Please ask me in the comments if you require to know. And I'm not really sure where I'm going to stitch. I know I want to finish off this bird here, it's a peacock, but then I really want to finish off these birds up here as well, so we'll see. I do not really fussy cut. I try my best, but it's let's just say it's an experience for both me and the thread, how we work together. I have been trying more after I got this rabbit with his little blue legs to kind of keep the colours together, which is why these two rabbits are all pretty much all green and this frame is blue, while these flowers and birds are green, but it's not always perfect. So I actually quite like the effect where I don't bother. So we'll see if I keep that up. But yes, so there's a bird here. I know that there's some love hearts in here that will be an orange, but I'm going to focus on the blue first of all. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Hi! Hey, so I'm out in the woods instead of stitching on a pandemic. It's a beautiful blue sky. So you might be wondering why I'm not home stitching, what's come into me. So I cycled out here, it took about 20 minutes, hard cycling. And I just feel a lot more at peace when I'm in the woods here in Sweden. Just love it. There's a little cute red house behind you. Let's see if we can turn you around without making you seasick. There you go. And my partner has gone away for the weekend now. I always thought that I would be one of those strong, independent women who wouldn't notice or mind. But as soon as he was gone, I had like, not a nervous breakdown, but just like a little bit of anxiety. Didn't really know what to do with myself. So we're out in the woods, cycled like I said, and now going for a walk because I need steps. Because I need, once again, to get more steps than Calico Whimsy. But I mean, if you live close to this, you know, it's kind of a crime not to go and enjoy it occasionally, right? So my plan is to eat my banana with this gorgeous view, carry it back to a bin, and go find my bike. I always really worry that someone's gonna have stolen my bike, even though I left it like by a bus stop on a quite busy car park. I'm like, but what if someone came and unlocked both locks? Or took my seat or something, that would be awful. I don't know how I'd get home. However, I'm sure they haven't, and I will let you know if they have. Alright, so just before I go to bed, and I am going to bed shortly, it's almost Sunday. I just want to show you my progress. I got 734 stitches in today, and I worked primarily in this section. I just have a tiny bit left to do. I was trying to finish it, but I'm really tired. So I'm going to head to bed, and tomorrow I will be able to work up on this frame and do some work in the birds. I do have more blue than green left of my little snip, so I'll probably end up finishing this motif as well. But that is my pandemic so far. Good morning, it is Monday, the 1st of August, so pinch and a punch, it's the 1st of the month. And I am putting away pandemic mid-thread, which is super anxiety inducing, but mid-thread. And I'm going to be moving over to my African lions because this is the month that I'm going to try and focus on my African lions. So I counted how many stitches it has, and I would have to stitch 1,000 stitches a day to finish African lions this month. That's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to do my best to get as far as possible focusing on it every single day. We'll see, because I have been so busy with it being summer and with it being sunny and having so much outside the house to do. I mean, like walking and exercising and preparing vegetables. I mean, essentially being a normal human instead of being a stitching machine. But yeah, so much to do. I haven't been stitching as much lately, but I'm not going to set myself up for failure. I'm going to go in saying, yes, I can do this, and let's see what happens. So this is what it will look like when it's finished, and this is where we are now, and I actually ironed it, which is a miracle for me. I'm aware that you're all gasping in shock, but I wanted to see if I could get the centre lines out, because that always worries me, you know, where the fabric was folded when it came. Most of them I got out, so I was there with a spray bottle and my hot iron before work. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like so far. There is a lot more blue here to come, and I think I will continue working on the tree and bringing the tree down to meet the lion's butt. And then there will be this like light blue here, which will be a bit easier to count. Then I will find my right edge, and then I will move up to find the right corner, top right corner. When that's in place, I will bring all of this sky down, I think. But I mean, I don't know why I'm making detailed and complex plans, because if you know me, you know that I don't do that. I just make it up as I go along. But that is the plan for today. So for today, focus on this tree, nothing else. It's gonna be so beautiful though. So here are the results of my labour from day one. About 400 half stitches, which I know isn't a lot, but it is a work day. And I just brought the blue down here. I did a few more strands of blue up here, but it was mainly this green. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm planning on taking the green, like I said, all the way down, but this is actually where the lioness stops, or starts, I guess. So yeah, then she goes sort of like this. So we should, when I finish this tree, see the curve of her butt. Pretty cool. And then, like I said, I need to finish the sky up here and all the way along here as well. But focusing on my tree and getting good progress. I love the shading on it. It looks amazing. So, especially like a little bit further back. So realistic. You can see my calculator over there. It was calculating if I did 400 half stitches, how far I would get in 31 days, and it was not very far. But it will still be more than if I don't do it, right? So I should still try my best. All right, I'm gonna go to bed now because it's 10 p.m. It's time for bed. But I hope to see you all sometime soon. Hello. It is Tuesday night, and I wanted to show you this beautiful orchid that I just bought myself as a present. And look what one of my viewers sent me in the post. They asked me what my unicorns were, and I said this was one of them because it reminds me of home, which I've talked about on my channel before. Like we have a bridge like this, just like this, in a river, and it's called the River Beck, right at the bottom of my road when I was growing up with my dad. So yeah, it really reminds me of that, like the houses down there. When I'm over there, I will take you and we can compare. But I am over the moon thrilled. This was so unbelievably generous. Like, thank you so much for your generosity. It is so appreciated, like seriously. I love those trees. I've been working on my trees on African lions. I'll show you tomorrow morning. These really remind me of these trees. You can see the dimensions touch, right? All right, I should go to bed because it's like nearly 11, but just wanted to share with you guys all the magic. Hi guys, so this is where I got up to. I worked a little bit more on the sky. It is Wednesday the 3rd. I've worked a lot on the tree. I made it really dark for some reason. I guess my camera was like over me, whatever. So yeah, I've been working on this tree and the sky and also the trunks. And the trunks led me down here to add a little bit more straws. Dry grass. And I also managed to do the tip of the lioness's tail. You see? Right there. So yeah, my plan to continue stitching the tree until I reach lioness is going really well, and then I'll probably swap down here to, once I finish the sky, I will swap down here, or maybe start with the straw on this side and bring it down. We'll see. Because of course I have a lot of straw down here already stitched, so it depends what's easier. Yeah, this is kind of fun. I'm really enjoying myself, so Day 3 on my challenge to finish this piece now, to finish this piece this year, but to focus on this piece and see how far I can get in August. All right, I'm going to bed because it's bedtime with my mug and my candle on the left and my headphones. And yeah, speak to you tomorrow. Hello, my lovelies. Just thought I'd show you how far I got this week. It's Friday. Well, actually now it's Saturday. It's past midnight. Half past midnight. But this is my progress from Friday. I stopped stitching at midnight because I had some to-dos to do before the end of Friday, and luckily that I did, because I could barely stop stitching this, and I'm kind of tempted to keep going even though it's very much bedtime now. I'm loving the way these trees look. I have finished the tree on the right, and of course I've just started on the tree on the left. I'm doing the sky around it just to kind of like get an idea of where all of the different stitches go before I begin. I also did, as you know, the tail and then some grass coming down from the tail, and the sky just looks fantastic. Let me just move this thread out the way. Ta-da! So I will be stitching on this again tomorrow. First 5 days of the experiment are definitely a success. I have some haul to show you, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow because I'm really tired actually, and I want to be excited when I show you my haul, and I also don't want to wind myself up too much just before bed because my haul is very exciting and I'm super happy to have it. So catch you tomorrow. Sleep well. Well, I mean, I guess I'm saying sleep well to myself because you guys aren't going to sleep between this clip and the next one. But regardless, see you tomorrow. Good morning, guys. It is 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. I am freshly moisturised, just got out of bed and moisturised, but I'm also in a lot of pain. So I've been having trouble finding the right pillow for my newly old body. And obviously when I was a kid, I used to just, go to sleep on whatever. But as I've grown into being a 30-year-old adult, I found that it's really hard, to find a good sleeping situation. And my neck just hurts when I wake up. So my neck's very stiff today. I'm gonna stretch it out a little bit and then go do some stitching if I can. That's actually why I didn't record on Thursday, was that my neck was so stiff. I had to go and use my massager thing. My automatic massager, to relieve the tension in my neck because I couldn't stitch otherwise, and I only managed to do about 2 strands before I was like, you know what, bedtime. But yesterday I definitely made up for that, and in case you noticed, I have a temporary tattoo. Yeah, it's only temporary, but it's so cute, right? I love it. I love looking at it, and it just makes me really happy. It's 2 lavenders. I can see it when I'm stitching because obviously my wrist turns. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. So I'm definitely going to be buying more. There are 2 companies that you can buy from, one in the UK and one in the US. Hit me up if you want to join me in temporarily painting your body beautiful colours. It was super easy. This is the UK one. Super easy. So definitely recommend. Alright, let's go get some stitching. Guys, surprise! I FFO'd my Biscornu. Started on Thursday. It is not perfect. Had to do some adjustments at the corners, and you can see I cut it too close to the stitching, so the corners are actually falling apart in places, but I did a Biscornu. Isn't it cute? Woo! Let's put some pins in it. It's actually not finished. Technically, you're supposed to put a button right down the middle, but I have not decided which button to go for. It's moving away from the camera, how rude. But I haven't decided which button to go for, so that's what you get. Nay bad, eh? So the button would go right in the middle and squish everything together. I actually think it's cuter without. We'll see if I put one on or not, but right now I'm leaning towards no. Hello, beautiful people. I know that I promised to come here and show you my haul in the morning, but I didn't do that. So here I am, it's the evening. I just wanted to show you that I finished a huge chunk of sky and another tree during the day today. And I'm really loving this piece still, and I can't really put it down. It's hard for me to put it down. So the fact that I've come to film for you is, I feel like you should be honored, but also you guys are my favorite people. So you don't have to feel honored. You're even more favorite than this lion's butt. I love that now that I've filled in the sky, you can actually see the shape of this lion. And I've continued filling in the shape of the sky on the right hand side, like down. I'm saving the top right corner for a stitch with me because it's literally all one color, and I feel like that's a really good place to have a stitch with me. But I've started bringing the color down here so that I can see the outline of the tail as well. And I'm going to add some backstitch to both of the trees. And after I've done that, or all 3 trees, I guess. And after I've done that, I will probably move the frame down so that I can start filling in some of the dry grass. But yeah, absolutely loving this piece. Absolutely loving this piece. Just plain happy. Just really happy that Calico inspired me to do this. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you on pause for 2 seconds, grab a glass of water because my throat is really dry, and then show you my amazing haul. So this is the haul that I showed you guys, me putting it into my basket in early July. This is actually from my birthday money, but because of summer sales and stuff, I decided to wait until now, until early July, so only a month and a half. And then the company that sent it decided to wait another month. But that's okay because I actually ordered another Mill Hill that I can't show you because they couldn't get it in stock, and that is the reason that the order was so very delayed, was because they were just desperately trying to get this order in stock. So first we have this gorgeous seagull. Calico just stitched this for Summer at Mill Hill, which is a hashtag I'm hosting with Morgan at Miss T and Stitches over on Instagram. And I just fell in love with it. We have so many seagulls here in my city because it's a sort of port town, so yeah, super fun. This one was recently stitched by another of my Instagram friends at Create Bake Read, linked in the description, I hope. If not, yell at me. And it's so cute, and I love the little bee. What's this called? It's called a button or a charm or treasure. So yeah, super cute. Gonna look really good on the fridge. Then we have this one. This is a Luca S needlepoint canvas. It's actually just cross stitch. It's actually just cross stitch fabric, easy grid, with 25 count, and then it's like the same as a cross stitch kit. Like, it's not printed on or anything. It's counted needlepoint. And I'm really excited to try it because I actually have wanted to try one of these for ages. This is how I stitch my Hades, as you guys know. So I'm really excited. I don't know if this contains backstitch as well. It doesn't look like it. It just looks like a full coverage Santa Claus. So that was my Luca S pickup. And then I went crazy in Mereshka. So here is the first Mereshka I picked up. It's called Quiet Lane, and it's stitched on 16 count Aida, and it will be 30 by 19 centimeters. I don't know what that is in inches, but it's this gorgeous London telephone box with this full scene behind it, 2 pigeons hanging out, and these are the colors. And it's just beautiful. So for those who don't know, I went to university in London. So I lived there for 4 years of university and then another 2 years while I worked for a London startup. And I really enjoyed my time in London, and I would love to have something from London hanging up in my house. On a completely different vibe, this one is called Mountain Railway. It's also stitched on 16 count Aida. I think nearly all Mereshka are. And it's this train going over this beautiful valley. I don't know where this is actually set. The artist is Sun Kim, but it really reminds me of my home county. Such an English way to put it, but my home state, maybe for the Americans, a small state, which is Yorkshire, North Yorkshire, if anyone's wondering. And we have a train bridge like this over a river that I used to take quite regularly and see. It doesn't look quite like this. I mean, it's not a steam train for starters, but we're not that old-fashioned in Yorkshire. But I just thought these colors were beautiful, and yeah, I needed it. I'm a little bit worried because these two are the same. These 2 thread cards are the same, but they are quite common colors, so fingers crossed it's not a packaging mistake and it's supposed to be 2 of the same thread card. And finally, my piece de resistance. I've been in love with this since they first teased it on Instagram. This is Aurora's Garden. It's by... You have to read this with me. After Mark Fredriksson. No, Mark Fredriksson. That makes more sense. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at this light coming in here. Look at that tiger's reflection. Just beautiful. It is the heaviest one of all, I think, because of just how many colours. And this one, because it's newer, it has Merejka's new thread organizer as well. So threads come like this, wound around bobbins, just like Ryolis. But Merejka have been really innovative, and they, as part of their packaging, include this thread card with pop-out holes, as you can see, where you put your leftovers. So you pull out these are 6-stranded cotton, you pull out a length, you take one strand, and then usually you have to rewind it round, but with Merejka you can just hook it in. So super innovative, super exciting image. As you guys know, I love water and animals, so again, had to pick up this one, and I did get it on sale, but I honestly was gonna buy it anyway. This is the reason I made the order, and I'm just really happy. I'm really, really, really happy. So yeah, if I wasn't like tied into this challenge to only stitch one piece this month, I would 100% have already started stitching this tiger. There is no question. But I am still loving my African lion, so I don't have any regrets, I think. I know of no regrets. I'm going to put these away because I've been keeping them out since like Thursday. There was a whole thing with my parcel. I went to pick it up, like I got a notification in the app to go pick up my parcel, so I went. And then the post office couldn't find it, so they said I had to ring the post office like helpline, and I did that, and they said like which shelf in the post office it was, and I went back and it wasn't on the shelf, and I spent like 15-20 minutes looking, and the queue was building up, and I was like properly panicking because I'm like, I didn't want to be the cause of the queue building up, you know. And then she called her colleague over, and her colleague and her were searching for my parcel, and I was like, oh, can't one of you search and the other one help these people? Obviously I didn't say anything, I'm not cruel, and they were like trying their best to help me, but they couldn't find my parcel, so they took down my number, and then the next day they rang me and they said like it had gotten re-put back on the truck and gone back to the sorting house somehow instead of being delivered. So I managed to get it in the end. I was super nervous about it because, I mean, where was my tiger? But yeah, I'm really happy to have all of these. And in case you're curious, the mill hill that got lost was the big new bee that Calico just finished stitching. I tried to buy it, and the universe turned me down. It's very rude. All right, it is 10:15 p.m. So I'm gonna go and do something else that isn't just filming. Probably stitching, maybe card making, because I've got a few cards to get done this week. And you guys know I love being creative, so we'll see. But thank you for spending this time with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Hi everyone! I thought I'd come on screen just to give you a send-off for the week. I haven't done any stitching on this beautiful girl since the beginning, since today, and I don't think I'll get the chance to, unfortunately. I've been busy making cards and cleaning the house and changing the aquarium over. I'm trying to move the shrimp from the old and failed aquarium to the new aquarium. Something happened to the pump and it just stopped, like the filter just stopped pumping properly. And so I'm moving the shrimp over to the big aquarium where hopefully we don't have the same problem. And then I can kind of like, I have leisure to look at the problem with the pump. And also all my animals are in the same aquarium, so I don't need to feed two aquariums, so it's going to be nice. But you don't care about that, you're here for the cross stitching. So this is where we were a week ago. And this is how far we got to date. I am really, really excited with my progress. I think it's gorgeous. Yeah, just want to keep stitching on it. So luckily that is all I can do because that's the rules of the challenge. I hope you guys have a fantastic fortnight, and I will see you back here again in 2 weeks. Although next week I will be releasing another Stitch With Me where I stitch this very corner, as we talked about yesterday. Because I have the pattern on my phone, I scanned it into Cross Stitch Saga, and that means I can't record and stitch simultaneously, but the top right corner in our ear. We know what we're doing. Alright, have a fantastic week and I will see you again soon.